Yeah.
So this first one is from I apologize if I mispronounced your name. Welcome to Papyrus Space Station. Yes, I like that. We're gonna name our space station Papyrus.
No, we're not.
This user, Amar, how would you pronounce that?
I'm just gonna go for Amar Baker.
Amar Baker. Yeah,
Sorry.
maybe. Yeah. I don't know. He's from Dubai.
Yes.
And he's got a great looking portfolio here.
Yep.
He's got some information on the side. Got his social handles, which is super good.
Yep.
His history.
Nice.
He's worked in Egypt. Awesome. And Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
And then my logic.
Nice.
It's all about creativity.
Design and art is my whole world. That's awesome.
I like that. Cool. Anything else you would add to something like this?
I think it's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Which one do we start with?
Kind of like, I want to see what the index is. I'm curious about that.
This one here?
There. Yeah.
The Boop Station. Yes, I like it. All right.
Building. I love it when people have this kind of like brand carried into the actual portfolio. It's super nice. All right, your title here.
He's got illustrations going on,
yes.
which is definitely a big thing this year and last year.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Nice. So it's homepage. To attract new clients by focusing on what we want to do.
I love the fact that he's explaining what each page is what the goal of each page is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, so Brian's saying Amir.
Amir Bakar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I can deal with that.
Yes.
Services.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on this large amount of space at the top? Could it probably have a little bit more, or is it okay?
I think that it could be a little bit shorter, only because I'm thinking about what this experience may look like on a smaller device, for example.
Right.
Yeah, but I do think that there's a nice amount of white space there, but yeah, it could use just a little bit more, I think, from a more functional standpoint.
Yeah.
3 products. We tried to show our products by making easy navigation from home functional view. Yep. Okay. And then a careers page. Functional gets you into the main point. Yeah. Okay. And then a blog. View articles with divided categories for our users to catch new stuff.
And on this page, I would actually say probably a little bit more breathing room, especially between these posts here from this one to this one.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit more breathing room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Team info. Cool. Fun.
Yeah. I love the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, they work really well.
I think some thoughts would be, so looking at this whole experience, I feel like you have a really great, strong brand that's coming on the top. And so that's really awesome. I think that some of those pages, like, actually, if you scroll back up to the team page is awesome. I think that if you go to the company or the careers page, this is like also a page where, oftentimes it's the first impression for a lot of people. So if you were ever to relook at this, I might consider bringing that like fun brand flavor into the careers page. Because that's where they'll land. They'll land on this. They won't even go to your homepage, It's
very possible.
So, and it would be great to leave that like really beautiful impression there.
Yep.
So, but awesome job. Cool. Yep.
Love it.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Music looks interesting. Let's check out this one.
You do like music, yes.
Yeah. Live in the music rhythm. All right.
Okay. Oh, very cool. Features. All right. My songs.
The only small bit of criticism I would have is, this is a mobile app. I would probably add a little bit of room on the side here. It's probably a little bit too close to the edge.
Right.
But that's a fairly minor. I know it's difficult when you're dealing with like long song titles.
Yeah.
But I would just kind of move it, maybe 16 pixels so from the side.
I like this player. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually like I think that one thing that this addresses right here that I do like is that it really does call out that album, that group in the center. I think that with a lot of, sometimes, I don't know how you feel about this, but with a lot of the music apps, there's just a lot of images on images that are overlapping and not a lot of boundaries. And so sometimes it's just visually overwhelming. So I think it's pretty cool that there's a very distinct sort of differentiation here.
Yep, and that white border definitely separates it from the image in the background, which is nice.
Oh, it's fun. You can actually edit the treble and the bass. That's cool.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
That's pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
kind of convenient having it there because, yeah, when you're listening to music, sometimes it's
Ooh.
not equalized. Oh, look at that.
This is interesting.
Yep. Coldplay featuring Beyonce. Yep. Awesome.
Nice. All right, what else looks cool?
What about that one in the middle?
This
The
one?
cinema one.
Hmm.
Cinema Scoop landing page. That's fun. Nice. Oh, I see.
Oh.
Masking of the F there. Yep.
Okay, so these are articles about the movies, I would assume. Okay.
Yeah.
Navigation bar.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, I think it just attracted my eye because that first page had a pretty nice kind of bold but
Yeah.
view, and it had the CTA being there is really, really nice.
And that's
So-
kind of the importance of a good thumbnail, right?
yes.
If you have a
it
really
is.
good thumbnail,
It's easy to
like some of
attract
these
the
I'm
eye.
looking at, this one probably I wouldn't necessarily click on because it's not really in your face and visually appealing.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but it's not like this one, right?
Yep,
For
yep.
example.
Yeah, and that's a good point about the thumbnails. I think also another thing is, you know, especially with design, people are always kind of looking for like your intent of
Right.
what you're doing. And so that first one we saw that had that little case study was really awesome.
Yep.
Would love to see it in like a lot of these earlier kind of portfolio pieces that you had. So cool. Geek
Yep.
Video games, love that. Awesome. Yeah, this one's nice. It has it really captures kind of like that gamer kind of aesthetic, which I think is really,
Yeah, very dark,
really fun.
slanted lines.
Especially how dramatic these screenshots are. So
Yeah.
very cool. Nice.
Awesome. All right, we'll take a look at one more, and we'll
Okay.
move on to the next one.
What about Hall's, or what about, it's like the pink one or like the orange one? It's like the colors that we had in our design system. Which one do you want to?
I'm actually, let me quickly
was
jump into this one, only because, you know, the thumbnail is,
so different.
doesn't really tell me much, but I'm very curious to see
Okay.
what's in it, just
Yeah.
to see if we can, like, if there's something you can do with the thumbnail to kind of make it pop a little bit more.
What's good and what's bad.
See,
Cool.
this looks like a very in-depth, but I feel like a lot of people wouldn't click on it because there's nothing visually appealing in the thumbnail, right?
Right.
So let's see. All right, good index. What's good?
Subsystem. Yep. What's not good.
Card views, smaller cards.
Okay. Competitive audit.
Okay, so it's more of a,
Research.
yeah.
A lot of
okay.
the kind of discovery stuff.
And the application itself isn't necessarily visually
Right,
appealing.
right.
That's tricky.
I think though, like with that being said, it like, you know, you had to scroll a little bit before realizing kind of what kind of portfolio piece we were looking at.
Right.
So, you know, one recommendation might be just to kind of have a prelude on top that says, you know, this is a very research-centric project, or this is, you know, something that we're going to look into auditing, you know, the heuristics of.
Yep.
To just then, so when people scroll down, they kind of have a different mode when they look at this. Yep. So cool.
Sketches are fun.
Yep. Yeah. And then
Okay,
there's like a revamp.
this looks much different than,
Yeah.
yeah.
So these kind of portfolios are actually the ones that I really like looking at,
Yeah.
because what they show you is that you're able to understand, you know, that you're making incremental and meaningful changes between one to another. So I think the only thing that would really kind of sell this like just a bit more is if you set up that story right up front,
Yep.
so people know what to expect, and then they'll appreciate exactly that research you've done and that kind of thinking before you get to this actual experience.
Absolutely. But yeah, super, super cool, really in depth. But yeah, throw it up there so we can see it from right from the beginning, and maybe even somehow incorporate that into the thumbnail.